I can't remember how many days I'd been starving until that moment when I finally had my first real meal. But this wasn't at home, it was inside a sealed shipping container. I was trapped for 9 whole days. Every day I had to use a tube to pump out the rising water. Otherwise I would have drowned. To survive, I could only eat raw fish. Sometimes I'd force myself to save a few pieces despite the hunger, because I never knew when the next meal would come. Later I wrote a note asking my husband for help, put it in several boxes and threw them into the ocean. I prayed that some ship would see them and rescue me, but hope slowly faded away. 26 days passed with no one coming, and the water in the container had risen to my chest. I couldn't wait any longer, so I pieced together some wooden planks, trying to build a small boat that could carry my child and me to safety. Just then, a seagull landed on the container. I stared at it and suddenly saw hope in my eyes. I was convinced that land must be nearby. I told myself everything would be okay, but that night a storm hit the ocean. Seawater came pouring into the container. Before long, the entire box sank into the sea. I held onto the wooden plank for dear life and drifted through the pitch-black ocean all night. At dawn, I threw my remaining fish into the water, hoping to attract seagulls. Sure enough, dozens of seabirds circled overhead. A spark of hope ignited in my heart. If any fishermen saw them, they might find me. Luckily, a fishing boat really did pass by. They came close and pulled up the wooden plank, but couldn't find me. It wasn't until they saw a rope hanging down and pulled it up that they dragged me out of the water. But by then I had stopped breathing. There was a woman on the boat. She knelt beside me, giving me CPR over and over, pressing again and again, calling out again and again. But my body still showed no response. Yet she didn't give up. She fought desperately to save me, as if battling death itself. Finally, a miracle happened. I coughed up seawater and started breathing again. The moment I opened my eyes, the first words out of my mouth were, "Where is my child?" She quickly brought my child over to me. This is the power of a mother's love.